Hello, Yonghee. Are you ready?
Yes.
Then let's get started with English 2, Unit 11, Part 1. With me, your Professor Neil, and obviously my TA, Yonghee.
Hello, this is TA Younghee. Look at those events on the screen. Look very, very fun.
Yeah.
Oh, roller coaster. Wow, and swimming and bungee jumping.
Yes, they are exciting adventures that you can have. But we are talking about ones that you have tried or haven't tried in our starter here, which is exciting experiences, and writing about your exciting experiences using words like I have or I haven't, and using the past participle of each verb. So, Yonghee, what is the past participle?
Past participle is the form we use for something we have done in the past or even before the past.
Yes.
Or we're expecting to continue those experiences until this point of the moment.
Okay.
So you have to combine with auxiliary verb have, and then you make main verb in the form of past participle. Something, for example, here, swim, see, eat, ride, go, drive, try, travel.
Okay, so let's look at some of these past participles that Yonghee's mentioned in the self-practice section of Fast Track 2.
Spaceship. My friend, the MP Squire came to the Earth with the spaceship.
Yes. Yonghee, have you ever been to the moon?
Nope.
No.
Unfortunately, nope.
So that was using the past participle, sort of been. And because, as we mentioned, we're talking about past participles. So in the past participle in the self-practice, these are the past participles. Okay, they are made from the infinitive form. Make is the infinitive form of the verb. So for example, eat is the infinitive form of the verb, and eaten is the past participle.
Infinitive form means a default form.
Yes, or base form. So we're going to go through some of them. The rest we'll leave for the self-practice. But let's just ask Yonghee, what is the past participle of seen?
Seen is past participle,
Okay,
but
so
the infinitive form of seen is see.
Yes, I got that the wrong way round. So if the past participle is gone, what is the infinitive form?
Go,
Tried,
try,
driven,
drive,
and bought.
buy.
So let's see if that's correct. See, go, try, drive, buy are the infinitive forms with the past participles seen, gone, tried, driven, bought. The other ones we're not going to show you. We're going to leave those because we're going to be practicing them in the Speaking 1 section. So we'll leave those for self-practice. And for now, we will return to the starter.
Let's go back to the start.
And our exciting experiences.
Wow, look at that. They look so fun.
Yes, which include snowboarding, riding a roller coaster, ocean swimming, eating some fruit,
Look like mango.
traveling, seeing a wild animal, and bungee jumping and driving a motorcycle. So as it says, for the sentences, we want to write them using I have or I haven't about these experiences, using the past participle of each verb. So here we've highlighted in red each verb, but the verb here is written in the infinitive or base form. Any other terms for that? Default form, okay, of the verb. Using have and past participle, you have to change the form of the verb from its default base form to the past participle, as we just did in the self-practice section. So let's look at that. Before we go into this, and before we write the sentences, we're just going to check the grammar. Oh, Yonghee is excited by this, yes.
Wow.
A bit of scuba diving.
Oh, they can catch fish.
Yes. And they swim with the fishes. That's probably not such a good term. All right, grammar focus, present perfect simple. Present perfect simple, an action in the past extending to the present, meaning you started doing it in the past and you continue doing it up to now. So we have the past, the present, and the future using this verb, the present form of the verb, with the verb have. So you notice the use of the word have. So let's break them down. So here we have the past participle. Eaten, finished, landed, met, seen, been. And you can see the use of have in each of the sentences. So completion means it has been finished, completed, it has stopped. Experience is talking about something you have done in the past, but you might continue to do in the present. And continuation, well, that means you will continue to do it. It's happened over a period of time. The first ones we're going to be looking at is the have you ever. So have you ever been to Paris is going to be one of our questions. Let's just look at some of these in example sentences. So for example, Yonghee. All right, looking at completion, let's look at the first one. So we want a question, have you eaten lunch? So you would have one option, yes, I have eaten lunch, or no, I haven't eaten lunch. So Yonghee, how about you? Have you eaten lunch?
Today?
Yes.
No, I haven't eaten lunch.
Poor you. That's a shame. Okay.
It's not terrible. I just felt really sorry for myself because I was very hungry.
I have eaten lunch. I ate a sandwich very quickly. So
professionally, you had a lunch.
Very quickly. I had 2-minute lunch.
But you still had it.
Yes. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's move on to experience. And we're going to look at the ones with met. So what would be the question for the met one, Yonghee?
Have we met before?
Yes, good question. Have we met before? And the answer is if they're yes or no.
Yes, we have met before. No, we haven't met before.
Yes. So you could say possibly or maybe. All right, but here we're giving definite answers. Yes, we have met before, or no, we haven't met before. They are very definite answers. Either you know it or you don't know it.
Only if you remember.
Yes. Well, yes, because have we met before? No, we haven't met before. Are you sure? I'm sure we've met before. That happens a lot in movies. It's what
to Professor Neil too.
Yes, because I forget people. All right, let's just do the last one. We said, have you ever been to Paris? So the question would be, well, as it says, have you ever been to Paris?
Yes, I have been to Paris.
So you might say when. I have been to Paris in 2018. Or I have been to Paris 5 years ago. Or no.
No, I haven't been to Paris.
Okay, what about another no using...
No, I have never been to Paris.
See, Yonghee gave you a good demonstration there. If you take out the not, you can use never. So you cannot say, I haven't never been to Paris. Because that is a double negative, and in English you cannot do double negatives.
We can say, no, I haven't not ever been to Paris.
Let's say yes.
Like a not ever becomes never.
Right, okay, you can say things, but people don't like it if you say that. So there you are. Those are your... As you can see, you've got a third option there for the no, if you use never. All right, so like, have you eaten lunch? No, I've never eaten lunch.
Don't say never.
Well, yes, it's like, do you ever eat breakfast? No, I never eat breakfast. All right, so the last one, we're looking at the continuation, has been sick. So let's try the last one, because he has tried hard. What would be the question here, Yonghee?
Which one?
For the last sentence, he has tried hard.
Has he tried hard?
Oh, spot on. Has he tried hard? And the answer?
Yes, he has tried hard.
Perfect. Or
No, he hasn't tried hard.
so there you go.
No, he has never tried hard.
If you say no, he has never tried hard, that's a little different meaning here, all right? Because that would because we're talking about one situation, has he tried hard? But if we say never, that means all situations he never tries hard, which would be a little bit unfair on him.
Professor Neil has never tried cooking.
No, or fishing. All right, good. Thank you.
So that no, I just wanted to give students one example of the dangerous
danger zone.
Effect of using never.
Okay, so yes, be very careful about the danger zone in our grammar sections. Sorry, I've been watching British TV recently, and they've been playing the danger zone quite often. It's quite fun.
Okay, let's move on to next.
Yeah, we're just showing this here. If I have to teach it in class, I'm just slowing it down. But yes, this is just highlighting things for you to pay attention to. So we're going to go back to the starter now, and we're going to ask the questions, and we are going to ask you if you have done something or haven't done something. Because these are quite exciting experiences, and we want to know. So here's your question at the top. Have you ever? And we have the verbs, but in the question now, they have to be changed to the past participle. So for example, let's look at swim first. So you can see, have you ever swum? So you can see swim becomes swum. And Yonghi, the answer would be?
Yes, I have swum in the ocean. No, I haven't. So we can shortening by just using auxiliary have and have not.
Yes, and to point out, yes, I have is a sentence. So if you say yes, I have, you have answered the question with a sentence. A short sentence, but a grammatically correct sentence. If you say yes, I, that's not a correct grammatically short sentence. So a longer answer would be yes, as Yonghee gave, yes, I have swum in the ocean. But you can answer with a short sentence. Pay attention to that because that is okay in the writing and speaking test if you have been asked. Let's look at three more. So C. So have you ever seen a wild animal?
Yes, I frequently see a wild animal. Yes, I have.
But yeah, as Yonghee said, yes, I have frequently or often seen a wild animal. You might ask a follow-up question to extend the conversation as we did in Unit 10. So, what animal have you seen?
Fox.
A fox is
a lot of foxes in London.
Yes. Yeah, London, it has a lot of wild foxes. But they usually avoid people, so don't worry.
They didn't avoid me.
And I used to see wild deer when I lived in England. They used to walk in my garden.
I once have seen a wild boar.
Really?
Yeah, I had to really run away from because the boars are very dangerous.
Where did you see a wild boar? In Korea?
In Korea.
When?
When I was about 3 months.
3 months old?
Yes, I'm Cass.
Okay. Oh, it's a little bit
so
of
it
humor.
was really scary.
Okay, let's go to another one then. Snowboarding. Have you ever gone snowboarding? And the answers are the same. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Yes, I have gone snowboarding. No, I haven't gone snowboarding. Last one, bungee jumping. Have you ever tried bungee jumping? So you could say, yes, have you ever gone bungee jumping? That's okay too. And the answer is the same. Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Then, we bring them all up. And there they all are. So, exciting experiences. That's our Unit 11. That's have you tried it? So, you can say, have you tried if you say have I tried, that's different grammar, because you'd say like have you tried swimming in the ocean? Have you tried eating durian? And so on.
But the guy there, he's eating mango, not durian.
Wow, that's the best video I could find for eating fruit. And I'm saying it's durian. It's about the right color.
Have you ever tried durian, Professor Neil?
Well, there you go. See, here we have the questions. Have you ever swum in the ocean? Have you ever seen a wild animal? Have you ever eaten durian? No, I haven't. But I would like to.
It's very interesting.
You have tried it?
Yes.
Oh.
When I been
In the
to
Philippines?
Singapore.
Oh, in Singapore. Okay, interesting.
It was very, very interesting taste.
Okay, so here the questions are like, have you ever, and then it's a yes or no answer. Let's see if I get yes or no up. Yes I have. Or B. Oh, change that. That's better. No, I haven't. Okay, so as here, you should now practice by asking a partner. Ask your partner these questions and write down their answers, and then afterwards we will ask you what your partner said. Ask your partner. So for example, Yonghee, have you ever swum in the ocean?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever seen a wild animal?
Yes, I have.
Have you ever gone snowboarding?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever tried bungee jumping?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so that's good. That's where they stop.
But I frequently jumping from the upstairs.
That's good.
So, Professor Neil, do you want to try the jumping from the upstairs like me?
Yes, but in a bungee jump style. Okay, with a nice cord tied to my legs, so I bounce back and up and down. So ask your partner the questions, and they should give you a yes or no answer. So run through it with your partner. Once that's done, write your sentences and complete them if need be with like gone snowboarding, ridden a roller coaster, and so forth. Once you've gone through all this and you are happy, then move on to, I will ask you some questions and then we'll move on to the dialogue.
Dialogue, moving on.
Yes, moving on to the dialogue.
Dialogue.
Okay. So the dialogue video is a clue about what we're going to be talking about. Exciting adventures. Exciting adventures in the ocean. In the dialogue to 11, we have Joel and Colin, and they are talking about an article that Joel read in the magazine called How Adventurous Are You?
Ooh, like Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, scuba diving.
Yes.
Adventure.
Yes, so listen to us with the dialogue. I will read Joel and Yonghee will read Colin. So here we go. Check out this quiz in the magazine. It's called How Adventurous Are You?
Ooh, what's the first question?
Have you ever climbed a tree?
Yes, a long time ago.
Have you gone scuba diving?
Yes, I have. It was incredible. Have you tried it?
No, I haven't had a chance. I'll go someday if I can.
You should definitely try it.
Here's a good one. Have you ever been to the moon?
What? Is that really on the quiz?
No, I'm just joking.
Ha 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 ha.
Yes.
But these days you might be able to if you have lots of money.
Exactly. Well, let's just look at the dialogue in a little close up here. Notice how here I've put the pronouns in a dark, bold colour. So just asking Yonghee, we have in the first sentence, check out this quiz in the magazine. What is it?
The quiz.
Yes, this quiz. And how adventurous are you? What's the first question? Have you, so what is you there?
You is Colin.
Yes. Have you, Colin, ever climbed a tree? Yes, long time. Have you, Colin, ever gone scuba diving? Yes, I, Colin, have. It was incredible. What is it?
Scuba diving.
Yes. Have you ever tried it?
Scuba diving.
Yes. No, I haven't had a chance. I'll go someday if I can. So, Joel says Joel will go someday if he can. You should definitely try it.
You is Joel.
Mm-hmm.
It is scuba diving.
Here's a good one.
We don't know what one is.
Question.
Yes.
Question. Have you ever been to the moon? So have you, Colin, ever been? What is that?
That is the good one.
The question.
No longer good one. It sounds like.
Yes. So what I'm going to do here is just expand the dialogue a little bit. So in red, we've marked all the main verbs in the sentences and then changed the pronouns there, some of them, into their original form. Alright? So it's like, check out this quiz in the magazine. This quiz is called How Adventurous Are You? What is the first question? Have you ever climbed a tree? So in the question, have you ever climbed, Yonghi, what is the past participle?
Climbed.
Yes. So here he says, yes, I climbed a tree. So notice here, in the dialogue, he said yes, comma, a long time ago. But here, he didn't say I climbed a tree because it's in the question. He didn't have to repeat the question. In the question, have you ever gone scuba diving? What is the past participle?
Gone.
And again, here, yes, I have gone scuba diving. Scuba diving was incredible. Have you ever tried scuba diving? So have you ever tried scuba diving? The past participle is?
Tried.
Tried. No, I haven't had the chance. The past participle here is?
Had.
Yes, so had the chance to try scuba diving. I will go scuba diving. No past participle using the modal will, because it's talking about the future, if I can go scuba diving. Again, you should. Last unit we learnt using definitely with the modal. Try scuba diving. Here is a good question. Have you ever been to the moon? The past participle is?
Been.
Been. What is the infinitive form of the verb been?
Be.
Be, yes. And Colin is like, what? That is strange. Is have you ever been to the moon? The question really on the quiz? No, it is not a question on the quiz. I am just joking.
This is very useful. Professor Neil done a very good job.
Yeah, I realized this would help them understand at this stage to prepare them for the next Fast Track 3 units when things get a bit more advanced, breaking it down. Well, let's fire up our questions about the dialogue. So, Yonghi, what is the article in the magazine?
How adventurous are you?
Very good. What is... question. Has Colin ever climbed a tree?
Yes, he did, long time ago.
Yes, he has. Or yes, he did. Both okay. And... has Colin ever gone scuba diving?
No, he hasn't.
Okay. And last question. Has Colin ever been to the moon?
He didn't say that.
Yeah. Who is someone who has been to the moon? Who was the first person on the moon?
Armstrong?
Neil Armstrong, yes.
Aha! Not Neil Patrick.
No, not Neil Patrick. Neil Armstrong has been to the moon. And who was the second person on the moon?
People don't remember second person.
Yes, Buzz Aldrin. Okay, has also been to the moon. Well, there you go. We hope you enjoyed the dialogue. And now we're moving on.
Moving on. Ooh!
After we have completed English 2, end of part 2. But maybe we need a little recap before we do. But before we move on, we just want a quick recap. Just a reminder. So remember, in this unit, we've been using the present perfect simple with the past participle. So Yonghi, can you just remind us what the past participle is?
Yes, past participle is the form of verb that gives you the additional status of action.
Yes.
Happened, like completed, or experienced, or continued.
Yeah. So in each of these sentences, there is a past participle. And what verb comes before the past participle?
By combining past participle form of the verb, main verb, with the auxiliary have, you can create present perfect simple that represent the meaning of completion of that action or experience of that action or continuation of the action.
Very nicely explained. Well, let's just, and as we said, just going to pop back to the starter briefly, just because we like this section for our videos. And so you'd use this present perfect simple to talk with the past participle about things you have tried. So Yonghee, just one last time. Have you swum in the ocean?
Yes, I have.
Have you ridden a roller coaster?
No, I haven't.
Have you gone snowboarding?
No, I haven't.
Have you traveled abroad?
Yes, many times.
Okay, so if you just ask me some questions.
Professor Neil, have you tried bungee jumping?
No, I haven't.
Have you tried driven a motorcycle?
Yes, I have. And now I'm going to drive my motorcycle because this is the end of talking about exciting experiences. And so in homework, you're going to be asked to write about your exciting experiences using have or haven't, the past participle for each verb. And I am now going to drive my motorcycle away and finish this unit. So thank you. That was English 2. That is the end of part 1. We hope you have a nice time. And if you haven't tried things, try them in the future. Bye.
Bye bye.